In this tutorial, we'll be looking at bubbling, and we'll be also looking at stop propagation and stop immediate propagation. So before we get right into it, I want to start off with one example. So I'll go to my HTML page where we have linked the CSS file, which is there here. I mean, I have nothing in it as of now, and I've also linked the JavaScript file here. So let's say we have a div tag here, and then inside that we have a p tag, and also we have a span tag. Okay, I'm just doing this example to show you something which is very nice. So let's put in a on-click property here, or an attribute, whatever you want to call it. So let's give in an alert inside it, and then let's say inside the alert I am in div. Okay, so something like that. So let me just get this ready, and let's do the same thing for the other three also. Okay, so I'm just going to copy it and I'll put it here. So let's do some styling in order to see this properly. So I'll just go to the CSS file and let me select the div. I'll do something very simple. I'll just have the padding. I'll give some padding of maybe 20 pixels, very simple, and then we'll do some background color of red. Okay, and let's do the same thing for the other two also. So I'm just going to copy it and paste it twice, and let's make this for the p tag. Let me select the p tag. I'm going to just change this to green, and I'm going to change this to yellow, and that will be for the span tag. So there you go, it's done. So let me just save this, and if you refresh the screen, you will see this kind of a thing. So this is the div tag, and this is the p tag, and this is the span. All right, so let's actually click on them and see what happens exactly. So I'm clicking on this. You get I'm a span, then you get I'm a p, then you get I'm a div. Why are you getting all the three here? What's happening? Okay, let me just click on the div. So you get I'm a div, nothing else. So let me click on the p. You get I'm a p and I'm a div. So you can make out that whenever I click on a particular element, so when I clicked on span, first you got an alert saying I'm the span, then you got an alert saying I'm p, and then you got an alert saying I'm div, right? So that means it's going from this part to other. This is sometimes ridiculous also, right? So you may not want this, you may want this, so that is based on your use, but this is the concept of bubbling. So basically this is what is bubbling. Okay, so bubbling as such is a very simple principle. So when you click on the particular div or the span, so when you click on the particular element, what happens is it first triggers all the handlers, or it runs all the handlers on it, and then it runs the handlers on the parents till you find that there are no handlers. So that's what happens here. So how can you actually stop this? So there is one function which you can use. Actually, there are two functions to make it stop. When I click on this or this, you don't want the div on click to work or something like that. So you want to stop the propagation. So let's do stop propagation here. That is the way you actually do it. Okay. So this particular event, for this particular event. So if I refresh it, and then if I do this, if I click on the span, you get I'm span and I'm p, but you won't get the other one. All right. If you click on this, nothing happens because you don't have an alert there, right? And if I just get this thing in the p part, so let's see what happens. Now you can see that when I click on this span, what happens is you get I'm in span, but you don't get anything else. If you click on this, obviously there is nothing that you will get, and here also you'll get only I'm div. Okay, and this is the way how stop propagation works. So let's actually go to JavaScript, and I'll show you when you have more handlers as to how this works. So let me just I'll just go to JavaScript right now. So this is the JavaScript file. So let's get in these elements. So I'll get div, call this div, and I'll use query selector. So I've got the div here. So let me just do the same for the other two. Okay. So let's add in event listeners for all of them. Okay, so it's very simple. You can just call the event. So div dot add event listener. So that's the word which we use. There are three parameters for which we'll be using only two in this particular video. So the first parameter is going to be click. The second parameter will be the function basically. So I'm just going to use an arrow function. That's the ESX latest syntax. So I'll just use that. Maybe we'll just put in an alert here. Okay, saying maybe alert. This is from JS and I am in. So you're right now in the div. So yeah, something like that. Okay, so that we know exactly what's happening and where what's happening. So I'm just going to copy this for the other two. Right now we have these event listeners also. So now let's just check it out. Okay, I'm just going to refresh it. Let's see what happens. So you get I'm in span, you get this is from JS, I'm in span, then you get this is from JS, I'm in P, that's it. Okay, so actually if you go back here, and we had put stop propagation here, right? You may be wondering why you didn't get any alert stating that you're in div or something like that, because we have here an event listener stating that this is from JS and I'm from the div for the div, right? It is supposed to come, but it doesn't come because you have a stop propagation event.stop propagation function here. Okay, so but if you can remember, you got the, let's do it again to see. So let me click on this. So I'm in span, I'm from JS, I'm in span, I'm in P. So you're getting that this is from JS and I'm in P, right? But you may not want to get this. You want to stop all the propagations here, right? Which are happening here, bubbling, whatever is happening here. So for that, you can just use stop immediate propagation. So you got span, this is also span, you don't get the third one. So that is the difference between the stop propagation and stop immediate propagation. And I hope you have got some knowledge about bubbling also. But there is one more thing which I want to show you. So sit tight here. So say you have two p.event listeners click here only. One is saying something, one is saying something else. So let's do that. So I'll do that. So let me just copy this and paste it here. So maybe this will say p2. Actually, let me just do that event.stop immediate propagation here. Okay, so event, so it will be just E right here. Okay, and yeah, this way I'll do it. You will see something interesting. So I'm in span, from JS in span, I'm in JS and in P. So you don't get this P2. Okay, but in case I put this stop immediate propagation here in this event listener which saying P2. Okay, so let's do that again. I'm in span, this is from JS and I'm in span, this is from JS and I'm in P, this is from JS and I'm in P2, and then it stops the propagation. So that's what is with respect to the immediate propagation. But if I just put stop propagation, this is again something interesting. So let's see that. Yeah, you'll get all the four. Okay, if I do this again, okay, in this one, in the first P event listener. So let us see what happens now. Okay, guess first. Yeah, take a pause, think what's going to happen. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that is the thing, is that with stop propagation you get both of them. Okay, but when you do immediate propagation, stop immediate propagation, what happens is that at that particular event it stops propagating. That's it. So that is the main difference there. I hope you have enjoyed and liked the content. I know that I've dragged it a bit, but still it'll be useful and helpful for you guys. Click on the next video which is there right here, which talks about the capturing part of, and also about how the propagations as such happen. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, please like the video also, and that's it guys, bye bye.